I have no idea where I'm supposed to find the time to keep up. Everything right now, it's awesome because there are so many good games this year. It's genuinely ridiculous, man. Every 2 weeks there's another banger or awesome, beautiful game being released, and I'm struggling to find the time to keep up. All I've been trying to do is avoid spending any more money since this is what my Steam library looks like. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't need anything else. But then I know that when I see that beautiful Steam summer sale, that I'm gonna buy some of these games I'm gonna talk about because they all look so good, man. But okay, we'll get into that. Without any further ado, let's look at some of the games this year that have really put some hope and aspiration in my heart that video games aren't dead and that we are back. What really got me starting to think like this was back at the Game Awards last year in December. There, I saw some of my favorite games getting announced for sequels finally, and it had me so excited. Games like Dying Light, The Beast, which the first one I loved and maybe platinumed, I don't know. Right after that, I saw Borderlands 4, which is one of my all-time favorite series, and also one of my all-time least favorite movies. So, there. Then there was right after that the Night Rain trailer announcement, which kind of brought back more PTSD from my Elden Ring playthrough and the excitement, but still loved it. Looks beautiful, and overall, I was beyond excited for all of these games. And then I almost lost it. They announced a Game of Thrones game. I watched the trailer, I was freaking out, just for, at the very end, to be crushed when they announced it was a mobile game. It broke my heart, man. It was everything I was looking forward to. Everything I wanted in a Game of Thrones game. It was an open world, it was beautiful, and then crushed. But, hey, there was some other stuff that made me a little more excited. Finally, the long-awaited Witcher 4 was announced, which got me immediately to start playing the third one. After I had the game for forever, I was just putting it off, but after that, I played through it, and I loved it. Right after that, we got the announcement of a new Naughty Dog game also, called, listen to this, Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet, which, awesome name. I don't know why we don't name more shit like that. That's what games should be called, which also, it looks awesome. And finally, one other thing that really caught my eye was the beautiful, incredible looking trailer from the devs from Shadow of the Colossus, which I hadn't even played that game or that series, but hearing everything about it and then seeing that trailer, I'm excited for whatever it is, and I will be playing it. And hey, I'm so excited for these games to come out. They wouldn't announce them and then, oh, 2027, 2026. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, well, even if those aren't coming out, let's look at some of the titles that already have come out this year and how they're holding up so far. The first one that really kind of caught my attention was Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which comes as a direct sequel to the game they made 7 years prior. And in general, I will always love a medieval open world RPG game, and even looking at it, I mean, the graphics and the world building looks insane. And even though the combat looks a little jank, it's clearly loved, with the game currently sitting at a 93% rating on Steam. Can't go wrong with that. The next game kind of feels like it flew under the radar a little bit. It's the new Indiana Jones game. I think just because there's so many games that came out like right after this that were also awesome, it kind of had everyone forget about it. But I like mostly everything about this game. I only played a little bit of it, but someone who tends to be, to say it nicely, very bad at puzzle games, it was nice to have one that didn't seem to try and overcomplicate things and was just well done. And I especially guess if you were a fan of the franchise or these kind of games or the style, it is definitely one to check out. I enjoyed my little time with it. It was fun. Okay, but don't worry. These next 2 games are games that I have played. Didn't finish either of them, but hold on. Hear me out. Hear me out. I am actively working on them, and I was planning on doing a video about each of them, but didn't work out. Might still do it. We'll see. First is the game you see in the background right now, called South of Midnight. I had this game wishlisted for forever, and the moment I saw it being talked about on Game Pass, and thankfully it was also a day 1 release to Game Pass, so I could actually get a chance to check it out. The game follows Hazel, and it's in her pursuit of finding her mom, who was, hold on, swept away along with her home in a hurricane. Just hear me out. We follow her, and throughout her adventure, we kind of learn about this world that at first seems like it's just a normal, area somewhere in Louisiana. I think that's where it is. But you kind of see it's more mystical. The world is huge. The trees are giant. There's big old fish. There's like apples that are the size of houses. It's crazy. But we learn about the powers of the world and how a certain few can kind of like control it. It's kind of like the Force almost. It's like a constant flowing power. I don't know, man. I haven't finished the game. That's on me. But a few people can control the weaving power, and one of them is our main character, Hazel. You use this power to explore various diverse and very lifeful areas that I found visually were awesome, and I loved it. And in these areas, you learn more about the history about each of these sections, and most of it's pretty heartbreaking, as the more you learn, you kind of have to what you're fighting is you're cleansing the like amalgamation of these like deep-rooted traumas that people have had in this area and how poorly it has been treated historically. And in doing so, you kind of give these people rest, and you allow those who are kind of stuck to this world because of their trauma a chance to be at peace and kind of get away from it. The premise I really enjoyed, and all the stories that I've seen so far have been really interesting in their own way, and obviously kind of explore different themes and some cautionary tales, and it's definitely a game I need to find time and revisit. The final game that I have to talk about is one that I've picked up most recently, and it's, drumroll, Expedition 33, obviously. This game, it's awesome. It bangs. I love it. And I understand people are initially turned off with seeing the turn-based combat. I understand that. I get it. But personally, I really enjoyed it, and you should give it a shot. Even if you haven't played one of these kind of games before, which I hadn't really had much experience with, I still really liked it. It's more unique. It's interactive. They do it in a new way. And also, it's hard, man. Like, I suck at it. I cannot parry. I cannot dodge. Whatever. You should try it. And even if you can't get over the gameplay, whatever, just go through that opening sequence, because the story itself and that opening is so beautiful and well done, with the beautiful French music, the score. As we're kind of led into this world where humanity is slowly being forced into extinction by this giant doomsday clock that is ticking down. And as it ticks down the ages, every person that age is taken with it. We play as Gustav as we sign up for the expedition crew, who each year try and travel across the waters to this big doomsday clock, and they try and figure out the mystery. Why is this happening? What is going on? And throughout our adventure, we meet up with more of the expeditioners who made it. You'll see if you play the game. And we form a bigger team and a full party of people. And each set of these characters has their own unique moveset, skill trees to learn from, and making it so each fight can be unique. You can play the game 1,000 different ways and never run out of new ideas or strategies. Overall, I've only put a few hours into this game, but I will speak incredibly high praise of it, especially given the fact that it was developed by such a small team. Sandfall Interactive, who only have about 30 people working on the project, and this is their first game. That's incredible.
And that really seems to be the case for most of the games that have come out this year. It really seems like smaller studios have been the ones controlling the market. And we kind of haven't heard that much from many of the AAA studios that we're used to hearing from, which I think is a great thing. These smaller studios coming out and raising the bar is exactly what we need in a time where it seems like rushed, unfinished, overpriced projects is all you see. But yeah, all I can hope for is that this pattern keeps up, and looking into the future, I'm pretty excited and kind of hopeful. In less than 20 days, we'll have both the new Doom game, Doom the Dark Ages, followed up by Elden Ring Night Reign. Both of those will be out, and I'm super excited for them both. Haven't really gotten into Doom yet, but if there is going to be a game to get me into it, it will be this one. And Elden Ring, I absolutely love. And then right after both of those come out in the summer, we have a bunch of other titles coming out. We got Borderlands 4, Death Stranding 2, Metal Gear Solid Remaster, a Dying Light sequel, and I'm sure there will be plenty of other gems that no one even knows about yet. And on top of those games that haven't come out yet, there's also games that have come out that I didn't find the time to talk about today. Games like Marvel Rivals have done great for the multiplayer genre and really killed Overwatch, which brings me so much joy because I love Overwatch, but not Overwatch 2. It's awful. Schedule 1 was doing good for a while. Don't know about now, but that's okay. The Oblivion remake was very well received. There's other games too that came out, like Berserker Kazan, Ninja Gaiden 2, Blueprints. I heard all of those are great, and there's so many more. And overall, I really like the state that games are currently in. And I can only hope that this keeps up and I can find the time in my life to try them all out and hopefully have the prices go down on some of them. But right now, I'm not too busy. I have a few projects that I'm working on that hopefully will be out here soon, with a Firewatch video I've been working on for a very long time because I had to learn all this stuff from scratch, and I'm getting through it. It's fun. And maybe, with all these new games coming out, maybe there'll be some of those on here. Who knows? But for now, that's all I've got. Thank you for watching and listening. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.